Although this creature may look like something dreamt up for use in a horror movie, these fish are very real and have their own sort of horror story in the Great Lakes. The sea lamprey is a jawless fish that resembles an eel in appearance. Able to live in both marine and freshwater habitats, the sea lamprey's home range includes the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic coast of Europe and the United States, and freshwater habitats in Europe and the U.S. This fish gained notoriety when expanded its range into the Great Lakes ecosystem, causing devastation. In their native Atlantic Ocean, thanks to coevolution with fish there, sea lampreys are parasites that typically do not kill their host. In the Great Lakes, where no such coevolutionary link exists, sea lampreys act as predators, with each individual capable of killing up to 40 pounds, more than 20 kilograms of fish over their 12 to 18-month feeding period. Within just a short time, sea lamprey spread throughout the system into Lake Erie by 1921, Lakes Michigan and Huron by 1936 and 1937, and Lake Superior by 1938. Sea lampreys were able to thrive once they invaded the Great Lakes because of the availability of excellent spawning and larval habitat, an abundance of host fish, a lack of predators, and their high reproductive potential. A single female can produce as many as 100,000 eggs. In 1829, when engineers completed the Welland Canal that connects Lake Ontario to Lake Erie, they believed that their new inland navigation route would foster economic growth and prosperity in the upper Midwest. They never could have known that they were providing a passage to a voracious Atlantic predator, the sea lamprey, which by the 1930s would destroy the Great Lakes' 10 million pounds per year trout fishery and decimate other valuable species. One sea larvae is able to kill as much as 40 pounds of fish in 1 year. Sea lampreys prey on large sporting fish, including trout, pike, salmon, walleye, and sturgeon, which are commercially fished in the Great Lakes. The blind worm-like larval lamprey, known as amacetes, can grow up to 5 inches long. They hatch from eggs and gravel nests in tributaries and drift downstream with the current. When they locate suitable habitat, usually silt, sand, stream bottoms, and banks and slower-moving stretches of water, they burrow in and take up residence, filter feeding on algae, detritus, and microscopic organisms and materials. In the Lake Champlain Basin, the stage of the sea lamprey's life usually lasts 3 to 4 years. In other waters, lampreys spend up to 10 years in their larval form. The lifespan of the sea lamprey larva can range from 3 to 17 years, in which the larva is sedentary and not considered parasitic. From the months of September to May, larvae mature and become free-swimming adults in search of a host. The adult lifespan ranges from 18 to 20 months, where it lives as a parasite before releasing the host and swimming upstream to spawn. The sea lamprey was first discovered in Lake Ontario in 1835. And spread to the remaining 4 Great Lakes by 1947. Introduction was believed to have been facilitated by man-made shipping canals. After the sea lamprey was introduced, these fisheries collapsed. From 1938 through 1959, the lake trout fishery in Lake Huron went from producing 2,268 tons of fish to a complete crash. In Lake Michigan, lake trout catches went from 2,948 tons to 1,181 kilograms in 10 years. In 1940, as the sea lampreys were in the process of becoming established in the Great Lakes, these fisheries were valued at $5.5 million. After the sea lamprey was introduced, these fisheries collapsed. Sea lampreys, which paralyze other fish by sucking their blood and other body fluids, have remained largely unchanged for more than 340 million years and have survived through at least 4 major extinction events. Sea lamprey control has been a phenomenal success. In most areas of the Great Lakes, populations have been reduced by 90%. Without sea lamprey control, the $7 billion fishery as we know it would not exist.